Today's show brought to you in part by GoToMeeting. For a free 30-day trial, use code podcast at gotomeeting.com.
Hey everyone, welcome to RV Healthy. I'm Courtney Wallen, and of course I'm joined by Sylvia Tarnuzzer, Certified Wellness Coach. How are you, Sylvia?
I'm great, Courtney. Thank you.
We have got another great episode. I have so much fun talking with you about this stuff because it's something I'm passionate about, and I know a lot of other people are out there. And of course, the whole point of this show is to keep you healthier, to extend that life on the road, and we've got some great tips in today's episode. We're going to be talking about time management, and it is sometimes very hard to get in the swing of things, but when you are trying to have a healthy lifestyle, it is very, very, very important to plan, isn't it?
It is. It is. And you know, it's one of those things that if you don't plan to put some of these things in your calendar or in your schedule, they can easily fall off the wayside. We just forget about them.
Absolutely. And I have to say, Andy McCaskey, our managing director here, makes fun of me because this little phone holds my life. It has my calendar and everything that I'm supposed to be doing. And literally, I mean, I have to plan grocery shopping in there and make sure I'm doing these things. So first on the list is it's important to use a calendar. There's many reasons for that.
It is so important to use a calendar. And, you know, you've got to use that calendar for more than just the doctor's appointments or the, you know, appointments that you may forget if you don't put them in. But you also want to plan things such as your activity. You want to plan your personal time if you need to block off some time. You want to plan for date night. You want to plan for friend time. You know, everything that you want to put in that calendar. And the other thing that I love about a smartphone now is you can have reminders pop up. Yes. So if you need to remind yourself, if you're going to do something like 10 minutes of activity, pop it up and say, go for a walk, take off.
Absolutely. So you're saying I need to put in my calendar time for myself. I don't know if I know what that is. Do you find a lot of people don't know what that is?
You know, if you don't block off time for yourself, again, that's something that we can tend to forget. And if you're a really busy person and you have so much going on in your life, you need to plan for some time for yourself.
You'll start feeling it. Your body will tell you that you aren't. And then the people around you will say, I don't want to be around you anymore.
That's right.
So you have no other than to go make some time for yourself. And then they'll welcome you back once you've revitalized a little bit. So, okay, so this next point, I will be the first to admit I have gotten better at procrastination. And I'm not sure if I'll ever not be a procrastinator, but I'm getting better. And you're saying, stop it. Cut it out. No excuses.
You know, you have to stop procrastination, and I probably am the queen of procrastination. So I can totally empathize and sympathize with anybody that feels like they are the type of person that procrastinates. If it's something we don't want to do, I will be the first person to drag it on and on and on. So what we have to do is we have to put a stop to it. And if we know that about ourselves, then we can actually act on that. And so we find those things, and that's where I'm really big about putting little reminders in my phone now, because I love it when that reminder pops up. If it's something that I've been kind of dragging on, I'll pop up a reminder. When I see that reminder, it makes me look at it, and it makes me act on it.
That's very good. I use it for, like you said, meetings and things like that, but it's good to put in everything. And so maybe Sylvia, if I put gym time in my calendar and the reminder goes off and I actually go, I'll use my membership and instead of letting it sit there stale every month.
Well, and there's so many other tricks that I could tell you, like make sure you have your work clothes at your work so that you put them on before you leave work, and then you're not as that thought process, okay, now I've got my work clothes on, I'm not going to go home, I am going to go ahead and stop at that gym.
I noticed that when I did go to the gym, many moons ago, I would bring my clothes here because if I went home, it was, oh, my show's on, maybe I should have a snack, and then I sit down, and then I don't get up, and then the gym doesn't happen. So that's a very, very good tip. Bring your workout clothes with you to wherever you are. All right, so plan. I'm a planner. Are you a planner?
Absolutely a planner. You know, you have to plan for so many things. When you are trying to become healthy or trying to lose weight, planning is such a vital part of this process. You have to plan for the unknown, plan for your food throughout the week, plan for what you're going to purchase at the grocery store and making sure that you have healthy snacks on hand. I absolutely plan. If I know I'm going to be out for a long part of my day, I plan with snacks. I have a little lunch sack and a little cooler that goes in my lunch sack, and I make sure that I have healthy snacks so that certain restaurants aren't flashing in front of me to where if I'm starving, I'm going to make some poor choices. I always say you don't smell salads through a drive-through restaurant.
You don't. You really don't. It's hard. They're very hard to smell, but you know, that burger definitely smells good. Yes, that is something I can attest to. If I don't bring a bag of carrots or something with me, I will unfortunately probably be a little bit more tempted to do those things. So planning. And one thing I do, we have this is maybe not be normal, but we have a ginormous chalkboard at my house that we got from an old school. And that chalkboard is in my entryway, and I see it when I leave and when I come back. And it's all it is what dinner is every single night, what lunch is every single day. And so that the grocery list is there and everything's planned out, and we make sure that there's enough snacks as well. So, I mean, maybe not everyone has a ginormous chalkboard, but just putting it in a place that you won't ever forget about it. It's right in your face.
You need to have that visibility. It can just be a sheet of paper that's on top of or on the front of your refrigerator or on your kitchen counter. Absolutely.
Keep it.
Not everybody has a ginormous chalkboard.
Not everyone has it. You can get that chalkboard paint and just paint a wall with it, but sometimes that's not so good either.
That's right.
All right.
That chalkboard paint.
Yeah, chalkboard paint. Activity. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. How does this plan into time management?
Well, you briefly mentioned that, you know, when you know that you want to go to the gym, you've got to put that into your calendar. But simple things of any type of activity, you want to make sure that you're blocking off the time for it, because if you are a procrastinator and activity is not your friend, that's the thing that's going to fall to the bottom. And if you don't put it in your calendar, you don't allow time for it, you don't block off that section of your day for it, it can get away from us.
Or you just need to make friends with activity. Make nice, get over it, figure out your differences, and make it happen. All right, so we already kind of touched on this too, but meal and snack planning. I mean, if you don't have that in front of you, that's a very, very big distraction or an easy way to fall off the bandwagon.
Right. And when we talk about planning in the meals and the snack time, you know, I love to just spend a few minutes on a Sunday afternoon or a Sunday evening, whatever that quiet time is, and I'll pull out a couple of my favorite cookbooks and I'll go through and kind of highlight a couple of my favorite recipes and jot down some of the ingredients that I need. That way I've got them on my list. When I go to the grocery store, I know what I'm going to be getting. And, it's important to me not to have to hit a grocery store every day or so or every other day or so, because first of all, it hits your wallet when you do that, because I can assure you most of us don't buy just what's on the list. But secondly, it's important just because you don't want to consistently take that time out of your schedule to be frequenting a grocery store. You could be doing those activity minutes that you need to do as opposed to hitting the grocery store.
Yes.
So really it's planning for your weekly meals and for your snacks.
You know, Sylvia, I think that my life mirrors yours a lot. It's a little scary, but it's reassuring because I feel like you're such a good example of, of these things. And I hope all of us out there are thinking, I do that good or something I need to work on within the time management. The other day I went to the grocery store. I had to go get milk because they forgot to put it in my bag. So it was already an activity to walk all the way back to the milk and get it all the way back to the service. And guess what I walked out with?
More than the milk.
More than the milk. I think I had 4 boxes of cereal and the milk because I needed cereal for the milk, clearly. But the cereal was on sale, so
That'll be another topic on labels.
Yeah.
We need to really talk about labels because I bet we could have fun with those boxes of cereal.
Oh, let's not talk about it. I thought they were like healthy cereals, but nevertheless, I walked out with 4 more than I should have walked out with. So this has been a great episode. So time management, super important to keep on those health and wellness goals that you've set for yourself. It's important to use a calendar. You want to stop procrastinating, plan, get that activity planned as well, and plan your meal and snack. I hear plan. So it's time to get organized for that time management. And next week's show, it's crazy that we're talking about the healthy holidays, and next week's is 4th of July. It's so weird. It's right around the corner.
It's scary how fast time goes through the summer when we're having so much fun, isn't it?
It is, and pretty soon we're going to be like, and now it's Healthy Holiday Christmas.
Oh, don't say that, Courtney.
Yeah, don't say it. I know, but it'll happen. It'll happen. So be sure to check out RV Healthy on RVNN's Pinterest board. We've got lots of great stuff pinned up there, as well as all of the shows. You can circle RVNN on Google+. You can give us a thumbs up on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. Of course, you can watch RV Healthy on our Roku and Boxee channels. And be sure to hop over to rvhealthy.com and visit Sylvia. Sylvia, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a great episode, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Thank you. Have a great week.
Hey, Gabe, want to go for a walk? Gabe? Gabe? Gabe?
Hey, buddy, you lost? Hold on.
If your pet is the adventuresome type, be sure he's connected to PetHub. A quick scan using any smartphone shares your pet's vital information so that even his wildest escapades have a happy ending. PetHub, reuniting pets with their families.
Come on, Gabe, let's go home.